was a lanky, rambunctious figure. He was gregarious, and he has a testimony that is a lot like a lot of young people. He faced rejection, mockery, harassment for his beliefs. But unlike his killer, he used his talents for something greater. He used his talents to inspire America, and that is why he will go down in history as one of those giants. Charlie, before Charlie died, he was already on the verge of becoming a great political figure, a great figure for America. He had a radio show. He was going to start a nonprofit and going to continue that through Liberty University. But above all, he answered the call to be a dad. He answered his most solemn duty to be a dad. And that is why I think we can all respect him and admire him. And that is why his loss will be a loss to his family. A sad loss. Colossians 4:6 says, "Let your words always be met with grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may have the answer to anybody who asks." Charlie was an imperfect person, but he always strived to have the answers. And he always strived to be somebody who could answer people in their times of need. And in doing so, he sparked a movement that went way beyond him. He inspired people like me to stand up for my Christian convictions at universities and schools that did not provide that need. He went to those universities, he went to those schools, he directly challenged those arguments. And he inspired a generation to do the same. What Charlie did, and what Charlie continues to do in his life and his legacy, is to answer reason with reason. I remember one of my favorite arguments from Charlie Kirk. As he was late into his early career, Charlie Kirk answered the question, could the Constitution exist without a moral and religious people? And Charlie defiantly and adamantly said no. And he made an amazing argument, one of the best arguments you'll ever hear, that the Constitution could only live in the service of a moral and religious people, of a Christian people. He said that the founding fathers themselves, 47 out of 48, were Christian. He said that the Constitution in itself derives its authority from the fact that a Christian body politic could have the capability for self-government. He said that without that, as John Adams said, the Constitution is nothing. He was making a great argument, and he made arguments like those all the time. Arguments that many of us heard and arguments that many of us respond to and engage with day after day. So I ask you, in Charlie's memory, what will you do? How will you step up to the plate? How will you service his destiny? His life was cut short, but his movement will not be. As for me, I plan on starting a nonprofit to position young people to better stand up for their beliefs in the spaces that matter most. But this is about Charlie and his life and his legacy. How will you step up to the plate? Charlie's killer wanted nothing more than to erase the discourse that he brought to our attention. And I say to you today, his mission must not be fulfilled. We must remember Charlie, but we must continue. And we must live his life and his legacy for the betterment of our country and for all. Kenny Shue, thank you.